For the fourth time, iLEAD is organizing Future Vista, the New Age Careers, a conclave that will witness the presence of dignitaries from various sectors. The panels will discuss the changes and growth in the respective sectors, along with new age career opportunities. This will help the young minds choose the right career path for themselves and industries to build new enthusiastic entrepreneurs and a passionate workforce, paving way for pioneering innovation and futuristic ideas. We invite you to take the right step ahead. Choose the right career for yourself and lead the future.
Academia and industry, they should partner together because they are the complementary to each other. Without industry, academics is having no significance. Similarly, industry is also required the academics. That means here in institutions like iLEAD, we just nurture the talent. And after that, probably we just hand over the talent to the industry for the encashment. Now, if that industry and academy both collaborate together, I am very sure that will be enriching that entire system, and our product that the students, the outgoing students, will be enriching with all sort of informations beforehand, and they'll be ready for the industry.
The topic name is The Rise of New Sports in India, Opportunities, Careers and the Business Behind the Boom. The session is not just about sports, it is about what we can do with sports.
New age sports is a very interesting question because now the mindset is changing. A lot of social awareness is there. Generation Z want to interact in a different way. They don't want to really just get forced into playing a sport and sticking to that. They want to manage, they want to become entrepreneurs, want to get into a sports division, but you want to do your own thing, for example, like I have. So basically new age sports like paddle, pickleball are socially interactive. They don't want to be fully immersible in just playing the sport and learning, but they also want to have a social element to it. So that's the difference between the new age sport and the old sport.
The new age sport is phygital. It's physical and digital, right? Before, when our father used to see sports and all, it used to be on a TV. He never used to let us handle the remote even. Imagine that, a tight slap on your face, right? But now, you have it in your hand. The formats are different, the platforms are different, but you can access it. Gen Z can access it. So a new age sports, for example, like esports, with which we are dealing right now, right? It's physical because you are sitting on a simulator, you are feeling the dynamics, you are feeling the kinetics, but at the same time, you are digitally connected with the whole world, right? Sitting at a tier 2 city, right? Anyone can access it, and that is the beauty of it.
Why are these sports suddenly becoming so much boom, which was not in our conversations in the last 5 years? In the last 5 years, probably you would also agree with me that you wouldn't have heard this term called pickleball or esports or MetaDrive. And in a time where it's creating a lot of business all of a sudden, why would you think so?
I think that the sports in general have become more social. So 4 of you will pick up the thing, okay, let's go play pickleball. And you don't need to have a very high skill level to interact and play in that sport, but you can also have fun. So the idea is that it's to meet people, and then you go across and you actually are also doing some sports. So I've got like, very serious players who come and play at ATT Hub, and they are there socializing, yes, but they are very, very strong in playing also, and they're getting ready for tournaments. Now, a person who's 17 and 18 years old is making 25,000-30,000 just playing pickleball per month. How? So the whole dynamics has changed. You join a pickleball as a team, and then you go out and you play well, and you get money if you're first, second or third. So that drive is making people more interactive in this sport, which is very, very interesting. Similarly, you have a social gathering. Okay, boy, the beauty about this sport is it's all ages. So a parent, otherwise two friends, juniors, they can all play together. And that's the beauty about a new age sport like pickleball.
Accessibility, interaction, and the third thing which you call is vibe, which is called relatability in a very professional term. So accessibility leads to everybody who can access to it. It's not like cricket or football that you have to be professional. You have to go through a rigorous training procedure, years of practice, then you will be selected, then you will be there to play. But right now you have the access to it. You can play it, you can master it, and at the end of the day you do not need the whole day to practice it. Maybe an hour or two. But quickly you will get the gist of it. You will understand how you can play it. Second thing, how you interact with it. There are multiple platforms, right? Let's say you play on PC, you play on mobile phones, you play on your gadgets or anything you want. And there are two platforms as well. Let's call it online and offline. Offline as in LAN. LAN gaming, koi karta hai yahan pe? Nobody? Online gaming? How many of you do online gaming? Be proud about it. You are from behaviour. All right. See, that is what I'm telling you. You all can access it from the palm of your hand, right? That is the best part. And then when you enter a league, let's say like right now we are doing a summer showdown in one of our arcades where the prize pool is somewhere around 12.5k. And then other activities are also there, other prizes also there, right? So you can earn from it. And that is the best part about it. And a professional, let's call a sim racer, a professional sim racer, like how sir said, it's a good way of earning. A professional sim racer now earns around 2 to 3 lakhs a month, especially the one who has been sponsored by brands. One of the greatest example is right now Arjun Mani. He is from Ford Racing. Everybody knows him because he's from Indian origin. Shriya Elias from a Himachal Pradesh, small village girl, now a PM awardee. Right, that is the beauty of it. Anyone from your age group can do it, and you all have the potential to do wonders.
The next question that I have for Andy sir, for you. So if a student from this space wants to step into the industry, what should be the step one for these guys?
You as a student who are studying and getting to have a degree will actually be empowered to get into any different aspects of the business. A friend of mine you might know, Mahesh Bhupati, who's a tennis player. So he has started paddle in this country with the paddle league. So they're looking for people who are going to be involved in paddle, organizing paddle, getting all that done. He has also invested in an app called Huddle. Huddle is an app that will go online and you'll actually book your sports, whatever the sports are, based on which venue. Loads and loads of people want to get into that, and they are more savvy towards social media, but they're in sports, so you can get a job, you can get employment within aggregators like Huddle, Kilomore, etc. People who actually they are very good at talking and they want to do sales and marketing. They can go into a business which is basically selling a venue like me, for example. So you become a part of the venue and you actually go out there and you actually make your money being a part of sports, but at the same time you're more attuned to go towards sales and marketing. A person who says, okay, fine, I want to do a business with this because I feel that there's a potential, can open up a small store online or physically and sell pickleball balls, pickleball bats, badminton rackets, squash courts. All of that can happen because you use your brain to see how I can affiliate myself to be in this industry. So there's huge amounts of potential, and you can also see where your strengths are. So if your strength is towards playing, then you become a pickleballer and you can earn a lot of money because you, like I mentioned to you, you have the physical capabilities, and that's what makes you go towards becoming a pickleballer, an advanced player, then a professional player. If your mind is going towards social media, then you can again get involved in places like Mahesh has done, and he's given a platform where you can easily get into. So my main thing for the students today is, when you take something back, is that do not feel parents बोलेंगे अरे आप sports कर रहे हो तो आपको पैसा कैसे बनेगा, and you're going to go your degree and then अब क्या होगा. They get worried, but that's old school. The new thought process, like Mr. Mohanty said, is basically there is such a huge area to make money within the sports field, and please don't feel intimidated by older generation where they don't understand. There's loads of different facets where you can get inside and you can make very, very good careers out of it.
So now my question to Punit is, so what are some roles that you think exist but the students do not know that they exist? Do you think of any roles that they can really work on?
Till the last. Can you see these bottles? Everybody can see? Yes? Yes. Okay, thank you. So let's call it tab A, B and C. Correct? Tab A is your MetaDrive, India's first motion-based sim racing manufacturer. Like, these are the simulators which are based on the motion. It can be static, 2 DOF as in degree of freedom, 3 DOF, 3 degree of freedom, 6 DOF, 6 degree of freedom, right? So when it comes to a company which is manufacturing at 1/4 of the global cost in India, for Indians, by Indians, how amazing is that, right? But that company needs someone to manage it. How? In terms of their operations, in terms of their logistics. Logistics is something which is a very boring work for you. So logistics is something very boring for a few people over here. How many of you find logistics boring? You understand the term logistics? Correct? Do you find it boring? Good, because it's the backbone of it. You can manage any event, but if the logistic is not working parallelly, you cannot execute a perfect event. That is the strength of logistics. Operation, logistics, then management and everything. You need a manager for it. You need a junior assistant for it. You need somebody to take care of the money factor, let's say financial factor, the P&L, the profit and loss, all coming from your background. Move on to Arcade, which is a franchise of MetaDrive. Correct? So for running an arcade, you would need a community manager, an event manager, a social media manager, a digital platform or a digital marketing manager, right? PR head and what not, right? N number of job opportunities. But you have to decide where you want to lead yourself, because from here, you go to the major leagues. So let's say somebody from here can go to either personal brand or professional brand. An athlete, let's say some of you will be an athlete someday. A very renowned athlete representing India, doing fantastic job in their own domain. But you will be a personal brand. Then there will be a brand which you will represent. So there are 2 domains, big domains over here. You can either manage one of each, right? And the best part about esports, let's call it esports, is that you do not have to wait for anybody. So the best part about esports is you can start it. You don't have to wait for anybody. Let's say you pick up 10 good professional athletes from different esports or any other sports, right? And then you follow them, create content, make an Excel sheet about it. And at the end of 30 days, you will see you are a micro influencer. Correct. Thank you, sir. So you're a micro influencer. You know about the domain. You exactly know what's happening. Because nowadays, the difference between a management candidate and a normal student who is working, right? He will be a fan of it. Let's say he or she will be a fan of it, but you will understand the pain points of it. You will understand where I can generate revenue and where that is where you guys will make a difference. Now, coming to the part where we bring it to the practical world. How many of you know about Esports Nation Cup 2026? Anybody? Koi bhi? Okay, no worries. So this is one of the massive, event. Like, you understand World Cup, Cricket World Cup. वही है, but 4x more prize money. 2024, where the prize pool for Cricket World Cup was somewhere around 10 to 15, 15 million, right? That time, the prize pool for Esports Nation Cup 2024, it was on news as well. It was 60 million. 4x of something which is dominating the world right now in sports. This year, India will be participating. The hashtag is Desh Ke Liye, right? And also, the prize money right now is 70 million, right? That kind of prize money can make anybody confident, my dad. Okay? That prize money is huge. Multiple games, multiple platforms, everybody is coming out there, everybody is introducing themselves. Now, mom and dad would never say, खेलने से क्या होगा?
As a player and as an athlete, how I can start my own business means I also want, at the end of the day, I also want to become an entrepreneur. So how can I start my own business? Because I have come from a business background, but I want to start it by my own, by myself only. So what will be my startup plan?
So it's fantastic because you're disciplined, number one. You have a clear focus because you're already a division league player. You have a business background. Guys, this is very important. Huh? So if you've already got those assets with you, where there's a push from the house, which is an entrepreneurial side, which is already got a business angle into it. She is now clearly very focused into sports and is a sports person. And she wants to get into this field with an entrepreneurship. So the idea is, are you internet and social savvy? Like you understand internet and how it works and social media, etc., etc. So you can clearly, like Punit was saying, start something which is online first. And you can then build a portfolio around you with your favorite players. You can then start looking at getting affiliates that will be close to you and your sport. If you want to go into multi-sports, that's better, because then at the end of the day, you are a budding athletes, you are wanting to do entrepreneurship, and you want to build your own business. Online is the best platform right now because it's less expensive. It's your own resources, so that at the end of the day, you don't need to have a whole huge amount of capital, and you can start selling stuff. You can start building your followers around you, who will look forward to your posts and you posting stuff that is relevant, okay, for your generation. So what I suggest is, offline, Jupiter sir will give you my number. You can understand from my side also. I will also try and help you. If you want to get into like paddle or Mahesh Bhupati's academies or Rohan Bopana's academies or the cricket side of things, I can help you there.
So I run my own academy, cricket academy. So how to stay in this competition market, where Samban Manji also have his own academy, Ashok Malhotra also have his own academy, and I am a very small guy who has started my own academy. So how to survive in this over here?
It's a very valid question, because you're a budding entrepreneur. You were a professional first, and then you saw an opportunity to get into business. Similar to me actually right now, because I've just started ATT Hub in Alipur. So how do you expose your academy to get more people coming in and following you, etc., etc.? As a business, you need to understand what your costs are and what your expenses are, and then against the revenue. So do you make your revenue with children joining your academy? And then when you're growing with that, you're getting it this. So that's a very good model, number one. Number two, you need to sustain that within your own area. So are you doing leafleting? Leaflets?
Yes, I've done.
You're doing leaflets. What social media campaigns are you doing?
Instagram, Facebook, WhatsApp.
Yeah. Are you generating leads through ads? No. That's very important. So what you can do is what they call a mosaic. So your mosaic within your para, in your area, which is like a 2.5 or 3 kilometer radius, you need to speak to a social, I'll help you with that also, a social content person who will guide you, and you will say that, look, I want children between, what's the age group?
From 6 to under 18, like.
Fantastic. So again, you're going to tell your social media advertiser who's going to help you, the company, to say that I want to target 6 to 18-year-olds only. I want to target both parents that are working so that they have disposable income. I want to target an area of 3 kilometer radius because people will come only from that area. Or if you want to go a little bit outside your area, fine, make it 5 kilometers so that you get a little bit more exposure. And then you have a budget. So you go to Meta and then you set up a budget and then you give that budget to your marketing guy who's just very focused only on adverts. And you will suddenly see a lot of people like me right now, they're coming and they're booking. So it actually works. And if you give a code, then you know that that advertisement worked because of the fact that you've got the code. They will put the code in for a discount or whatever, but you know that 7 out of your ads, 7 students who came from that code, or 0, none of them came. So again, there's a static or a video that goes on. You can then, he will guide you. What kind of an ad? What is the content? What are the people who are interested? Is it like a very short one, like, it's just 10 seconds? Or is it a static ad, which is just right there with music? So that will build your business because you'll have more social media awareness, okay?
Get into the field. You fail, you pass, doesn't matter. Do something, learn something, come back stronger, right? Because that will give you much better exposure than just reading things out, being very literal with it and not being practical about it in the real world. So be out there, learn, love it, and always go for your calling.
So I think there's a tremendous amount of potential for students who are coming out. Like I mentioned, it's multi-dimensional. And there's not only, you don't really need to just be a sports person. You can do sports management, you can do media content, you can be an entrepreneur, you can open your own venues, you can work with people who are wanting staff, like me, for example. I need people. So there's a huge new emphasis on sports management students who are coming out from the and graduating, and there's lots of jobs available. So just go for it. Main thing, my advice is just do what you like and you'll see you'll excel.